What's kitty? YouTube. It's your boy Jersey here. And as you can see by the title of the video, we're going to be going over my builds today. Now, I have two builds to show you. They're basically the exact same build. I think one's just a tad bit slower, but has better defense. Both of these are builds that I think that are kind of good. The only reason why I wanted to show you guys two builds is because I wholeheartedly believed that my current build, if I threw it on a 6.9 or a 6.8, it would be even better than what it is now. However, I have to use a 6.5 just because the my player that I am recreating is my old Madden character, and he was about 6'3", so I made him grow 2 more inches. So let's hop right into the builds. I will show you both builds, and I will try my best to accommodate things for next gen when we get there, but I'll show you the current gen version first. And I have no idea. I don't have a next gen console, so I don't know too much about like the tiered badges and things like that. The only thing I do know is that you need 82 vert for elite contact dunks. So give me just 1 second to hop over in the build. All right, first things first, you're gonna make him a small forward. I like handiness left, and I also am going with the jersey number 1 this year. No real preference on that. We're gonna end, he is 6'5" with a 7-foot wingspan, and he's 210 pounds. This is the 6'5" build. I will show you guys the 6'9" build in just a little bit. After I get through this build, I will show you guys that build. Now look at the caps. The caps are pretty solid on this build. Realistically, you can go with whatever you want. I'm just gonna show you the template that I used. Starting with, the first thing I upped was my driving dunk because I wanted to at least be able to slash a little bit, but I decided to go with the elite contact dunks just because it fits my playstyle better. And then I gave myself an 80 layup specifically because I wanted to try out the bully badge this year, which you need a 74 strength for. Bully badge is the most fun badge in the entire history of NBA 2K, and I stand by that. And that 80 driving layup allows me to hit it consistently. And then I gave myself an 86 3 ball. Now, when you guys are at home making this build, you can give yourself up to a 90. I just gave myself an 86 because I didn't think that 90s were going to be necessary. I may show some B-roll up of like me looking at the badges of NBA players, but most of the NBA players in the league right now that I've checked, including LeBron, Luka, Trae Young, Kawhi, Paul George, I think I checked Curry, they at max have maybe 2 Hoffs. They do not have very many Hoffs this year, so I think Hoff badges are going to be a little overkill, and I think at max you're going to need gold. For example, I play with the Clippers, and Kawhi is like bullying Rudy Gobert out the paint with only silver bully. So I don't think anything higher than gold is necessary. So that's why I made this build the way that I did. For ball handle, I gave myself an 88. Hindsight is 2020. I would have given him an 89. Specifically for quick first step on Hall of Fame, but I didn't, so I'll drop that back down. And then I gave myself a 70 pass accuracy, and then I think an 80 speed with ball. Yeah, 80 speed with ball. And then in terms of the perimeter defense, like I said, he's gonna be able to defend really good. He's got an 85 with a 70 steal and a 70 block, and also at 6'5", he's gonna be able to rebound really well. Let me make sure I made him 6'5". Okay, sorry, just had to make sure. He's gonna be able to rebound really well with an 84 offensive rebound and an 80 defensive. And then of course you max out the physicals to give yourself an 85 acceleration. I like acceleration more than speed, because I like to be able to actually like burst out. But yeah, no, that right there is the build. I gave myself a 72 free throw because I would like to be able to hit some free throws. Then I think I gave myself, I think I finished off with a 75 free throw. And that way, that gives you 15 finishing badges, 18 shooting badges, 19 playmaking, and 18 defensive, which works just fine for my playstyle, and especially because there's a couple of badges that don't work the way that people think they do. So now, in terms of trying to do this build and get the 82, you're gonna take a hit on rebounding, just because that's the only thing I found to be able to work. If you drop that down to like a 55 and a 56, you get the 82 and you keep everything else the same. And that's how that build can work. Now, I know that you take a big hit in defensive badges, but if you throw your 4 from your Welcome to the League thing on defensive, it'll work out. Before we go to the 6-9 build, I did want to talk about badges just really quickly. With lock and then shot creator, I guess. I did want to talk about badges right quick. Just give me 1 sec, and then we'll get right into the 6-9 build. Now, I genuinely don't think that HOF badges are going to be bad. I think they're going to be, one, too expensive for their... It's going to be diminishing returns. All right. So the badges that I have tested in terms of finishing that are really good, Bully is great, Limitless Takeoff is great, Slithery is okay this year. It's not impeccable. It's not incredible. Posterizer is all right. Pro Touch seems like it's going to be really good. Giant Slayer's okay. Fearless Finisher's okay, and Acrobat is decent. I haven't tried Aerial Wizard at all, just because I don't catch very many lobs anyway. Now, when we get to shooting, the elephant in the room is Guard Up. Guard Up is not that good of a badge, if I'm going to be honest. It only works against scrubs. Anyone that actually knows how to close out, it doesn't work. That's the catcher. It only works when they don't put their hand up. Meaning that most of the time you guys are wasting badge points. Especially on current gen, where Deadeye is not a tier 3 badge, where you could just throw in Deadeye and it does the same thing as Guard Up, but for all shots. Green Machine is okay this year. I think Bronze is the only thing you need it on. Agent 3s is good if you shoot fadeaways. I don't, so I don't usually run it. Volume Shooter is still pretty good. Claymore is really good if you're a corner sitter. Amped, I don't know how I feel about it. I think Amped is a little... It's funny. It only works if your stamina is less than 50%, but if you don't run out of stamina that quickly, it's not useful. Then you got Blinders, Deadeye, Limitless Range. Those are all incredible. Space Creator is decent if you do a lot of step backs, which I don't really do that many step backs. However, I do get caught in this one little stupid step back animation every once in a while, so I might equip it. And then, of course, we go over to playmaking. Ankle Breaker, I don't have on high enough yet. Clamp Breaker seems like it's going to be really, really good. Handle for Days, kind of necessary if you want to dribble a lot. Mismatch Expert looks interesting. I might have to try it. I haven't got the badge yet. Quick First Step is almost a must this year. Hyperdrive, I didn't know how I was going to feel about it, but it actually seems like it's pretty good. Killer Combos, I haven't started doing any killer combos yet or anything like that. Unpluckable seems pointless this year, I'm be honest with you. I might not even use it. I have it on like silver and I get ripped at least a couple times a game. Now, on the defensive, Clamps, incredible. Brick Wall helps you on back down in the post, which is nice. I'm gonna be honest. Challenger, really good. Glove, really good. Menace is okay only if you have Clamps, in my opinion. Because it's like 2 or 3 seconds you got to stay in front of them, and with Clamps that helps you out a little bit. Box Out Beast is hilarious on a guard. Chase Down Artist, and it doesn't work this year. Interceptor and Pick Dodger, both are really good animation badges. Ankle Braces, I haven't really had a need for them, but it's pretty good. And Workhorse, I kind of like it. But let's get right into the 6-9 build. So basically you're gonna go in here. You're gonna make up a small forward. And of course the jersey number is gonna stay 1. And then make them 6'9", leave the weight the same, and double tap on that. You could leave it at 7'2", or you could even go down to 7 foot, depending on what you want. In all honesty, it doesn't hurt you either way. Hold on. I actually think that going down to 7 foot might actually be the right call here, because you can do something like this where you have 92 driving dunk, and of course you keep the 80 driving layup, and then you have the 86 three-pointer, right? The 80, it's not going to go up to an 88, so there's no point going to an 87, right? Well, that's clamp breaker on gold, so yeah, it's kind of point. There's kind of a point to do that. And then you just max out your speed with ball, which is a 74, right? And then you take this and max it out, because you can get gold bully off of that, right? And then you max out the speed, you max out the XL, which you're going to be a little bit slower, right? But you're going to have better finishing. You could probably even get away with better shooting once I get the defense up. Good. Bring that up to an 85. Bring that up to a 70. Bring that up to a 70. Bring this up to an 84. I don't even think it can get to... Oh, I was supposed to say it didn't look like it was going to be able to get to 84. And then that at an 80. Right? So that's the exact same build here, and then you could throw in either one more on 3-point. You could even get away with throwing up more on like steal or block. Really depends on how you play. I would probably do something like that. That's a lower free throw because I forgot to put any points into it, but there you go. You still get you get 13 finishing badges, 19 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 19 defense. So you still get the same amount of like badge wise. And then what did I raise up? Drop the steal to a 70, and if you wanted to give yourself the 82 vert, that's how you do it right there. Give yourself that 82 vert, and you still have a 75 block with a 73 steal and a 67 free throw. That's still good enough to hit free throws. So you have all of that with 13 finishing, 18 shooting, 15 playmaking, and 18 defensive badges. And all in all, I genuinely think that this build is way better. I'm gonna be honest, I think that this build is way better than my build. In all honesty, if I didn't have a height cap, this would probably be the build I would have been using. But with that being said, this is just a template, y'all. If y'all want to try to get that 93 ball, if you guys don't need very much playmaking and you want to get that 93 ball, you can do it. If you want to do less defense and get the 93 ball and keep the finishing and all that, you can do it. I'm playing on current gen, so I don't need the vert, which is why I got away with the 74 vert. With that being said, I will see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace out!